welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new to my channel. My name is Jade, or Beauty Doll Jade, whatever you want to call me. Today's video is going to be a late get ready with me video. I was supposed to film this for my birthday dinner, but things was hectic that day, so I decided to film it today, and this is how the look turned out. It actually turned out better than the first time, so yeah. But I'm not going to ramble too much in this intro. If you want to see this video, then just keep on watching. Hey beauties, welcome back to another video. So for today's video, we're going to be doing a get ready with me. I was supposed to film this April 2nd, which was my 25th birthday dinner. My birthday was April 3rd, but I was in such a rush that day. I could not sit down and film a video, so I decided to go ahead and refilm it. So that's what we're doing today. I'm going in with my Too Faced Born This Way concealer in the shade Butterscotch, and I'm using that to prime my eyelids and give my eyes a nice smooth even base before I go in with my eyeshadow. I'm also going to set my eyelids with my Airspun translucent setting powder. For eyeshadow, I'm taking my Juvia's Place Zulu palette, and I'm going in with this brown shade right here, and I'm just going to apply this onto my eyelid, like kind of like a smoky eye, but not so much a smoky eye. But I am just using one shade. I'm just going to pack it on there, and then I'm going to blend it out. My eyeshadow is looking kind of patchy, but that's because I went in with a fluffy blending brush first, but I should have went in with the flat top brush, because the flat top brush will pick up more pigment from the eyeshadow and it'll stick better to the lid. So if you're doing this, make sure you go in with the flat top brush and then a fluffy blending brush to blend everything out. I did go back in and I did that and just fix everything up because it was looking kind of crazy. So yeah. Now we're just going to go in and start with the skin. I'm using my Milk Hydro Grip Primer. This primer is so bomb, y'all. It's so bomb. If you don't have it, go get it. Like, you can feel it working when you put it on your skin and rub it out. It gets all tacky, and that's how you know that your makeup is going to stick and it's going to last. Like, get this if you don't have it. I'm applying some Airspun translucent setting powder to my nose before I go in with my foundation. My nose tends to get super oily sometimes when I do my makeup, which causes my foundation and my concealer to separate, which ruins the whole look. So to help with that, I go in with my powder first and then I go in with my foundation. So if you have a similar problem, I think you should try this step out and see how that helps you. For foundation, I'm going in with my Maybelline Fit Me Dewy and Smooth in the shade 355 Coconut. I love this foundation so much. It's not overly dewy. It gives me like the perfect finish that I want. I love it so much. I'm sure y'all probably think that my foundation looks off. It looks too orange, it looks too dark, it don't look like my shade. But once I go in with my concealer, my powder, my bronzer, and my blush and everything else, the whole look is gonna come out as it should. You just have to trust the process, y'all. I do this, I've been doing this, so just trust me on this one. I'd like to blend out my foundation with a brush first. This is the e.l.f. Flawless blending brush, I believe. I will leave it down below. I like to go in with a brush first, and then I go in with the beauty sponge just to give that extra blend and to remove some of the excess product from my skin. For concealer, I'm going in with my Too Faced Born This Way concealer in the shade Butterscotch. And I'm going super heavy underneath my eyes because I have super, super dark spots underneath my eyes. And I have bags as well. So I want to get a lot of coverage. And I just want to brighten up the area as well. So I'm taking that underneath the eyes. I'm applying it to my chin, my upper lip, my forehead, and down the bridge of my nose as well. And I like to let this concealer sit for like 2 or 3 minutes just so it can get tacky. I don't even know if that's the word, but when you let it sit, it helps to control the blend once you start to blend it out. And before I blend it out, I'm going in with my Morphe Setting Mist, and this is just going to give me an extra little layer of protection and help my makeup last. I like to spray it in layers, like after my foundation, concealer, powder. I set my face a lot of times just to ensure that it's going to last all day. So now I'm blending it out with my Real Techniques blending sponge, the same sponge that I use to blend out my foundation as well, just to help everything blend together nice and smooth. I don't usually do this, but today I decided to be a little bit extra and go in with my LA Girl concealer in the shade medium beige. This is a super bright shade compared to my skin tone, which is exactly what I want to lift up that under eye and to define the bridge of my nose a bit more and to make it look very, very snatched. To blend out the concealer on my nose, I go in with my Wet n Wild concealer brush, and I like to use this brush first because it keeps the concealer in place right where I need it to be to keep my nose looking snatched. So yeah, I don't go in with the beauty sponge first because that's just going to push the concealer all over my nose. I like to go in with the brush first because it's going to keep the product right where I want it, and then I lightly go over it with my blending sponge. Once I finish blending out the concealer, I go back in with my foundation brush and I just do some further blending just to make sure that I have a nice, smooth, even base. There's no harsh lines or anything like that. Everything looks super flawless. And then I'm going to go in and set my face with my Airspun translucent setting powder. I make sure I set my under eye first because that area is going to start to crease really, really quick. So I want to make sure I go and set that first. And then I go in and I set my chin, my forehead, my upper lip, my smile lines. I think that's it. I set my nose, but I lightly set it and then I go in and bake. So yeah. And this is just me getting hyped because my under eye looks so good, y'all. Like, it looks so nice. Mm, 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 mm. Did that. I honestly forgot that I went in with my setting powder and I set my eyebrows as well. This is going to help get that shiny look off of your brows, and it's going to make your brows look like skin and your makeup look like skin as well. Because if you take pictures and your eyebrows are looking shiny, it just looks a hot ass mess. So make sure you set your eyebrows so everything can look very much skin like as it should. Now I'm going in with my Maybelline Superstay foundation powder in the shade 355 Coconut, which is the same shade as my foundation. That was so much to say. But, anyways, this powder is everything, y'all. Like, it gives you a little extra coverage and it also blends everything together. Like, it's everything. I can't even explain it, but you can see what it's doing. Like, it's super, super bomb. I love it, y'all. If you don't have it, go get it. Maybelline has some of the best drugstore products of all time. They're just bomb and they really cater to women of color as well. So, definitely get y'all hands on some of their products. Moving on to my favorite part of my makeup, but also one of the most stressful parts of my makeup, which is contouring my nose. To contour my nose, I use the Black Radiance True Complexion Contour Palette and I use the contour shade out of that palette. And I'm using a Morphe brush to contour my nose today. This is a new brush. The problem is I don't have the right brush to contour my nose. I just don't know. This brush is actually pretty nice, so I'm going to continue to use this one. But sometimes I have to use at least 3 different brushes to get a good blend and like a nice snatched nose. And I feel like I only should be using one brush. So if you have any brush recommendations, please leave it in the comment section below so I can try them out. I'm baking my nose, and I bake my nose until I'm literally done with everything else on my face. This is gonna give that snatched bridge. I know y'all are probably tired of me saying snatched, but we love a snatched nose, so we have to make sure that we do the right steps to get that. Sometimes when I apply the powder, it gets a little messy, so I go back in with the brush and I just clean up the sides of the nose to keep everything looking snatched. For my outfit, I'm wearing orange accessories, so I wanted to go in with an orange shadow underneath my eyes, and I really feel like that made this eye look pop, especially when I add the mascara and stuff. So yeah, I really love this little step that I did. I didn't do this the first time I did my makeup for my actual birthday dinner, but I decided to do it today, and I'm really glad that I did because it looks super, super cute. For bronzer today, I'm using my Juvia's Place Bronze Duo in the shade Dark, and I'm mixing those two shades together. I really went kind of heavy on the bronzer. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. It was kind of harsh, and I just did not like that for myself. So be careful when you're applying this bronzer because it's actually very pigmented. I'm not saying that I didn't expect it to be pigmented, but it's super, super pigmented. So be careful. I'm applying that to both of my cheeks, and I'm going to apply some to my forehead as well, but I'm not going to do too much because I do have a frontal on and I don't want to make it look like I don't have a forehead at all. So I'm going to just lightly put some of that bronzer on my forehead as well. For blush, I'm mixing the pink shade from the Juvia's Place Zulu palette. I'm mixing that with the Maybelline Fit Me blush in the shade Rose. These two together are the perfect, perfect shade for me. It's very pinky, but it also has a little bit of shimmer as well, which I love. And I also go pretty heavy with the blush because that's one of the first things to go when you do your makeup. So I go pretty heavy. Plus, I just like how blush brings together the whole look. And it gives you that doll-like look. And y'all know my name is Beauty Doll Jade, so yeah, it gives exactly what it's supposed to. I also make sure I go in with a beauty sponge and press that into my skin so it's not just sitting on my skin. I love going in with my Sephora Micro Smooth Setting Powder just to further blend everything out and clean things up and give it that nice airbrushed finished look. This powder is everything. I really don't know what I was doing without it when I was doing my makeup, but yeah, if you don't have your hands on this, please go get it. It's like a very, very good finishing powder. Super, super bomb. Makes your makeup look very blended. I said that, but I'm saying it again because that's what it does. So make sure you go get it if you don't have it. I literally apply this everywhere. I don't apply too much because I don't want a lot of coverage, but I do want to make sure that everything is blended and it looks very flawless. I went off camera and I dusted the powder off of my nose, and now we're gonna move into highlighting. I literally only highlight my nose these days. I used to highlight my whole face, but I just do my nose. So we're taking the Wet n Wild highlighter in the shade Precious Petals, and I'm just highlighting the bridge of my nose and the tip of my nose as well. And then I'm gonna go in and highlight my inner tear duct. I used to use a shimmer, but these days I just go in with a plain white eyeshadow. And the eyeshadow that I'm using is from the Anastasia Beverly Hills Norvina Volume 1 palette. And I'm taking that on a Morphe M506 brush to just put it in my inner tear duct. And this just makes your eyes pop, and it just makes the whole look pop as well. It's super, super pretty, y'all. I love it. And then we're just going to go in and set our whole face with the Morphe Setting Mist and our Mario Badescu Rose Water Spray. This makes your makeup look like skin. It just blends the powder into the skin and it just gives a flawless finish. So this is the finished look, y'all. I'm going to go off camera and I'm going to do my lips and everything else. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next clip. Bye, beauties. Well, not bye, but see you later. So this is the finished look, you guys. I went on camera and I did the finishing touches. I changed my top, I did my hair, and I put on these accessories as well. I just have on this ring from Target and this ring from Fashion Nova. This is from Fashion Nova as well. And these orange heels from Miss Lola. Super, super cute. I just wanted to bring out the orange and the gold in this top. So this is what I wore for my birthday. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and this look overall. I think I beat my face pretty good. So yeah, if you like this video, then leave this video a like, leave me some comments, and make sure you guys subscribe to my channel as well. And I will see you guys in my next video.